guys, so I thought I'd film a quick video because I'm going somewhere in a few hours and I wanted to get a video in. So this video, as you can see by the title, is gonna be my eyeshadow palettes, and I'm just gonna I'm not gonna go and review because most of them you probably know and you're gonna always have reviews on. The ones I will give like a quick review on are the palettes I got off of Hush. But that's about it. Okay, so let's get into the video. So there's a few palettes I'm not going to go into, and those palettes are the ones I'm getting rid of, and then two are just ones I don't use. One's just 120 eyeshadows, and it's just the thing I got off Amazon. And another one's my friends gave me, and it's like a kit from like what young people get usually. And then the unzipped one, I love it. And then the Lock Pro one, I love those palettes, but they're not shadows I usually go for, so I'm getting rid of those ones. So the first one I'm going to start off with is this one, the Daylacombe 9 eyeshadows, and this is it. As you can see, I use this a lot, actually. This is one of the first palettes I ever got, actually. I got it for Christmas one year, and it's just a bunch of shimmers. Nothing you can do like your own one look. You have to usually jump into another palette. And the palette I usually choose to jump in with this one is the next palette I'm going to talk about. But the Charleigh palette, I love this palette. I use this palette all the time. I mainly choose these colors right there, and then I'll sometimes jump in those colors. I never have really reached this one. As you can see, there's shadows I haven't even used before. It's amazing. I love this one. That's like one of the first high-end palettes I got. I'm going to talk about my high-ends first and then go into drugstore. So the next, that's not a eyeshadow palette. I'm not doing highlighting palettes either. Okay, actually I'm going to go into this one because this one says it's like a I Am face one, but I usually use it just as highlight. But the Kat Von D one, I want to try using it for eyeshadows and doing a holographic eye because that's what I'm actually wearing on my cheeks today. I'm going to the Old Dominion concert, so I'm really excited about that. So the next palette I will talk about is the Lock Pro 2. No. It like broke right there. But this one, I had a tutorial using this, but I ended up not liking it. So I'm probably just going to refilm it and all that stuff. But this is it. I love these shades. I love the palette, but it's not like my favorite palette, I would say. So, of course, everyone's favorite palette, everyone has this palette. This is the only one I actually have, the Modern Renaissance. As you can see, it's loved. Those shades are very loved. I'm gonna work on doing tutorials with this palette because I love doing halo eyes with this palette. And there's actually a halo eye I want to try, which maybe I'll do tomorrow. Most eye looks you see will be on my Instagram too. So then another very loved palette, the Huda Beauty Desert Dust palette. Okay, I just realized like my camera's like was like sideways. That's okay, I guess. I'll talk about those ones after. That's not one. So the next three I'm gonna talk about all these ones. So the Bonbon Chocolate Bar palette. Once again, this was like my first palette. I don't really use this as much. Like I dip into it every once in a while, but I haven't done like a full look using this palette for a very long time. It's actually kind of sad. The other one, which I hardly use actually, which I want to start using more, is the Sweet Peach palette. I don't know. Like, my nose is weird, so, like, these smells are so much stronger than they usually are. And then the original chocolate bar palette. Oh my god, that's still on there. I love taking those off. The chocolate pot palette. I'm not, as you guys can tell, I'm not doing swatches, which I probably should have done, but that's okay. So the next one, the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe collaboration. Okay, I have more palettes. This is not all my palettes. So the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, which is also very low. This is what I mixed the Huda palette on my eyes, and then the blue in this palette. Oh. So those are the two. And then I have the ColourPop Dream Street collab with Kathleen Lights, which I don't know where it is, and it's actually making me sad because I'm absolutely in love with that palette. So the next thing I'm going to talk about are two I got off Hush. So I'm actually going to tell the story about this one because I kind of find it a little funny. So I ordered the Milkshake palette, which looks like this, which is absolutely beautiful. I love the pink shades. I did a look today, and I used like the pink shades and put a little red, and then cut the crease and like put the white whipped on it, and it looked amazing. So I ordered this palette, and then they sent me this one. So I emailed them. I was like, hey, you guys sent me the wrong palette. So they asked me to send them a photo showing proof and all that stuff. So I did, and I sent them like a screenshot of my order. So they sent me this one for free, which I thank you so much. I loved it. And then the Tease Me palette, which was in my wish list, so I wasn't like too disappointed I got it because I honestly use this all the time. But I was like, okay, I wanted the Milkshake palette, but yeah. This is it. I love creating looks with this. When I'm like don't want to do something very dramatic, I go to this palette and like use the pinks in this. It's amazing. The one shade that I have a little bit problems with is Lust though, but Hush has amazing eyeshadows for their quality. Like their quality sometimes isn't 100% the best. You have to be a little careful using it, but it works amazing on the eyes. They're very blendable and very pretty. This is like empty. This is gonna taste disgusting. Okay. That was not that good. So now I'm going to talk about my drugstore ones. So I'm going to first talk about this one. The Rose CoverGirl True Naked. I've hit pan on the pink shade. Because with this palette, you have to use multiple layers to get a buildable color. Which is fine with me because light looks, I love using this palette. I'm actually going to repurchase this when I get a chance because it's amazing for the drugstore. Then I have the two Wet n Wild palettes, the All Natural ones. I have Nude Awakening and Bare Necessities. I don't know how I feel about these. I haven't used them too much though because I usually tend to use my more high-end palettes. And then I never use these. I actually think I just had these because I'm for like a drugstore or like one brand because I want to do one brand with NYX. But it's the Dusk to Dawn. And this is it. I like the formula. Kind of. It's a little patchy though. And then I have the Dreamcatcher one, which has amazing shades, and I've actually created some pretty good looks with this before, which I might do another one and put on Instagram. But yeah, those are my palettes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time with another video. Bye!